Welcome back to, I believe, week 10, but we'll be calling Avatar week. We're playing new commanders from Avatar, which I think is probably going to be like a staple. Every time a new set comes out, you can pretty much rely that Morgan and I are going to at least try to play with commanders from that new set, because that's half the fun of Magic cards, is playing with new Magic cards. Today I have Long Feng, Grand Secretariat. He's a horse. He's a 3-mana 2/3 that whenever another non-creature, whenever another creature you control or land is put into a graveyard, you put a +1/+1 counter on something. Goes infinites with this fellow, which is Golgari Broodscale. You make a token, you sack the token, goes to the graveyard, put another counter on this, and then blah blah blah. You make infinite mana, and then you kill them with Bloodright Invoker, essentially.
Well, also it's just an infinitely big body.
Also that. Yeah, that's another way you can kill people, is you can find a way to give this trample and then just roar. But this is, infinite mana stuff. The other thing this guy does is combo really, really well with persist creatures. So we have the 3 that everybody knows, and then this idiot. This guy is a colorless spell because it just mentions the colors. Black and, blue? Yes. Yeah. So I can play him. You can play him in any deck. It's just he mentions the colors. There's a clarification on the color identity. Now, if he had like a mana symbol that was a reminder text, then he would be a colored card. Yeah. These 3 I feel like are pretty standard that most people know. This is it has flying as long as you control a blue creature. That can't happen. Or it has persist as long as you control a black creature, which your commander is. And a lot of your creatures are black. I think all of your sacrifice creatures, the creatures that let you sacrifice, are black. So this one, the sacrifice, and a guy just makes another way to make an infinitely large body, because all of my sacrifice guys are kind of identical. Sacrifice a creature, make it bigger until end of turn. Carrion Feeder's not till end of turn because it puts counters on it. And is 1 mana. But essentially all of these, I think all of them... Oh, this is also a counter. So Bloodful Connoisseur and Carrion Feeder are not until end of turn, but all of these get, I believe all of them are +2/+2. Yes. Literally, sacrifice a guy, get +2/+2. So, and we're on a lot of them because the persist combo means that if you have like this as your board, they need 3 blockers in order for them to not die. If they only have 2, then at instant speed, really, you can just keep sacrificing these over and over again to however many sacrifice outlets you have, and then they die. And then we have a couple of things that care about sacrificing to get bigger, just to duplicate that process, just to make as many threats on the board as possible to just kill them. So you don't necessarily need a trample enabler. You can just keep putting guys on the board. Eventually, you're going to hit a persist guy, and then you're going to kill them with something. These 2 also have evasion, and this is a counter. No, this is not a counter. This is a counter. This is a counter. These are counters. These are not. But they do fly, so...
They fly now?
They fly now!
Oh, man.
And then we have this. We can only play 1, because I think there's only 1 available to us in black green. I think the other one is in white. Yeah. You have your Sacrifice Enabler and a Persist. You don't even need to attack them. You can just Falconwrath Noble them to death. And then we have 2 tutors in our deck. This can find Falconwrath Noble. This can find Golgari Broodscale. That's what they normally find. But you can find other stuff with them. There is a Sacrifice Outlet that costs 2, and a Persist guy that costs 2, and an Enabler that costs 2. So this can find your way around those. This also can find a Trample Enabler on 2. So this is also just a way of, like, against the control decks, you just attack. It's also a sacrifice outlet, too. It's not one of the better sacrifice outlets because all you're accomplishing when you sacrifice things to this over and over again is regenerate it. But, standard black removal package that doesn't include artifacts. The removal package after these cards goes to, like, Grim Bauble and Tithing Blade and things like that. But I didn't need to play artifacts, so we just played that. Talked about Trample Enablers. I'm on 6. So we have Rancor, best one, because we can just beat down with it. We saw that last week, that Rancor can just You know, just get the beats in. We have a 2-mana 1, and this, they can return it from your graveyard to your hand, so if they kill your creature, this can come back, which is nice. We have a 3-mana 1, 2 3-mana 1s that have flash, or you may cast Tiger Claws, and anytime you may cast an instant. Flash. This gives +1/+1 on trample. This gives +2/+2 on trample. The stat boost doesn't matter a lot of the times because you're just going to combat and then killing them. We have Morgan's favorite card and Ferocious Werefox because it's a 2-mana instant speed way to do that. Also searchable off of Dimir House Guard. I'll bet you I won't be doing that, but you know it's a thing that comes up. And also just a 4/3 with trample is like a relevant body that you can just play. And then Nyxborn Hydra because it gives trample. Also, this card is absurd. Have you read this card? This card is nuts. This card is great. And then we have some card draw spells. Night's Whisper, my beloved. Cannot get away from this card. Love this card. And we're very creature heavy. So we're playing Malevolent Rumble and Winding Way, as well as Lead the Stampede. You've seen these cards before. They do what they do.
Why don't you meet in a tavern?
It's too expensive. Okay. This deck is very, 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 very mana hungry. And you get a little bit of free wins being mana hungry with Basking Broodscale. But the thing that Basking Broodscale doesn't do is pay for colorless mana. So I didn't play You Meet in a Tavern because I didn't think the +2/+2 would ever be relevant. And because my creatures are just like, if I'm attacking you with all my creatures, odds are that I haven't assembled a persist sacrifice combo somewhere in there that you can't block my creatures, you're going to die anyways. And it's just 4 mana, I just do really want to spend the 4 mana. Double green too, so. Nest Invader and Eldrazi Purposer. Talked about being mana hungry, but these are also ways of activating Broodscale a turn earlier in a weird way. Because if you just play Basking Broodscale and you have a thing to sacrifice right away, you don't have to pay the 2 mana. So you just immediately go off if you have this and this. And so they're also just really good cards to play on curve and just like beat in if you need to. Evolution Witness, I have a command that can continuously put counters on my Evolution Witness. You saw how good that was with Spider-Man India. Just like play an Evolving Wilds, sack the Evolving Wilds, Evolution Witness back something. It's just so much value. We're on Saga Wildling because I think this card's great. I think most green decks that are not, maybe the 3-color green decks that aren't playing that many basics shouldn't be on it. But like, I'm not that, so I'm playing it. And then the Cyclers, these also accommodate a sideboard plan that we'll get to. But they also help fix my mana. Not that my mana really needs fixed. I think I'm on 1 double black spell. But I have stuff like Snuff Out that cares about having a swamp. So there's that. I have the 5 of the sack lands that I can play. Just because they're really good with my commander. This is also part of an infinite combo. Because you can put this into play, sack it to target a guy to be unblockable. And I think that targets all of your aristocrats, and then just sack over and over again. They can't block it, and then die.
Yeah, because I think you're only missing like one of them, which is the other one from New Capenna.
Yeah.
The one for the Grixis clan.
Yeah. I'm on 5 of them. I like...
Or not Grixis, sorry, but yeah, whichever the other... Or is there another green-black one? No,
I don't think so. Not in New Capenna, no.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you could be playing ones for monocolor searching if you really wanted to...
I could. I didn't want to go that deep.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I needed to go that deep. Plus, I could kind of mimic an aggro deck, so I didn't want to be on that many like tap lands.
That makes sense. But yeah, I don't know why I thought there was another green-black group.
Yeah.
Then I said Grixis.
Yeah, and I wanted the one that could find both forest or swamp. So I played that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7. And then my duel. Just one of duel. I got this tech a while ago from one of Morgan's 2-color decks. I just don't want to be on that many tap lands. You could theoretically, if you wanted to, you could cut some of these sacrifice lands for like the other green-black duel, and then like Golgari Rot Farm, or really the one I was really wanted to play was the new pay for mana sacrifice it land from Avatar. So maybe cutting one of these that is an escape tunnel. Escape tunnel is both of that and a combo piece. So it's like the only one you can't cut. And playing, what is it? Foggy Bottom Swamp. That sounds like a band. The Soggy Bottom Boys from the... Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Great movie. Go check it out. But yeah, just the one of tap land is fine. Means that your Generous End can find a black source, your Troll Khazad-dûm can find a green source. Everybody knows what those lands do. On the sideboard, I have the Monarch guys. Pretty standard. I have a small reanimation package in Unearth and Exhume. This is kind of for the control decks. They can like interact at instant speed with your Golgari Broodscale, and then for 1 mana you can just do it again. And then this is an escape button to where if you're playing against a deck that really likes to go long, you can, and that isn't on creatures, you can like exhume back a Generous End or exhume back a troll or something like that. Or exhume back a combo piece and just go off. So I'm on a crop rotation package just because I wanted to try it out. In testing, there were situations where my combo was kind of naked and I'd have to pass the turn and their edicts were live, and then this going to get this turns off their edicts, and then against graveyard decks, this going to get this wins you the game sometimes. So I also just wanted to try crop rotation. This is a card that sees a lot of play in like really higher powered formats where it does really busted things, and I just wanted to see if that card is fun at a lower power level format where it's not putting like, I don't know, Dark Depths or Thespian Station to play or whatever. 2 protection spells. This is for the control deck. I'm a creature deck. I'm very vulnerable to like Bolt, you know, Chain Lightning, these types of things. Black removal. This is my one of card against Boggles. This is my card to blow up artifacts and enchantments. So this is kind of a lot of theory behind it. So against the red decks, well, against some decks, gaining infinite life doesn't matter. Like, it's straight up, they don't care. So I didn't want to have this main boarded against every deck, but against, like, I don't know, red decks, or, like, Boros decks, or even, like, Gruul decks, red decks, really, I want to have the option to present infinite life, and then just scoop up the cards. Because against them, it is good enough. Like, you do it, you say 9 billion, and they scoop up the cards, and then they move on to the next game. Because they just can't win. But some decks can move past it, or, you know, whatever. And then I'm on a Chainer's Edict, because it's Chainer's Edict. I will sideboard this card forever in this format. And then Tormod's Crypt, because it's Tormod's Crypt. And I had one. You could play Nihil Spellbomb. Your deck doesn't super care about its own graveyard, unless you're doing the Exhume Unearth thing, but like, I don't know, this is 0 mana. Yeah. So I went with that.
Well, Nihil Spellbomb also doesn't hit your own graveyard. It's that does,
yeah, this is 0 mana. So yeah, that'll be it for Long Feng Grand Horse. It's the Secretariat.
Yeah.
It's a horse.
You're revealing that we come from Kentucky.
Yeah, it's a horse.
So we know horse.
It's horse. But yeah, we'll see you later in the week for the gameplay.